Good to have you all on board. It's another time with Tutor.io, the enthusiastic people. And in today's tutorial, it happens to be the continuation of the course POL316. And we're going to be taking our bearing from what it means by data. It's going to be a pretty straightforward class. So please, I need you all to go through this together real quickly. Now, when we talk about data, what are we simply referring to? Okay, as far as POL316 is concerned, when we talk about data, what are we simply referring to? Now, data is highly essential when it comes to any research work. And like I said earlier, after the planning stage of your research work is completed, the next step for you to consider is how to collect data. Okay? And data we are referring to in this context can be said to be symbols, numbers, okay, and alphabetical characteristics. All right, we can refer to these data as symbols, all right, numbers, alphabetical characters used to describe one or more attributes. All right, these attributes could be age, it could be gender, it could be temperature, and so on and so forth. All right, symbol, numerics. I'm not going to explain that. I'm going to write that on the board. All right, and now, like I said earlier, data basically, as useful as it is, if you had collected it and not processed it, it can't be any useful than collection. All right, so but when data are being collected and then processed, becoming information, there and then, data is useful. But as information, it can be communicated and used appropriately. Now, you can imagine having numbers of certain group of people within a specific range just in your farm. All right, but when it's being processed, then it becomes an information that, according to a research conducted in so time by so person, all right, we have been able to arrive at the fact that in this particular society, age group of 18 to 25 are about 25,000, while 35 to 50 are about 74,000. So therefore, governments can use this information to make plans. Businesses, investors can use this information to make plans and decisions. There, data has been put into some good use. Okay, so we have that as that. Now, as we have it here, data could be obtained by observing, counting, weighing, etc. All right. After they are obtained, then they are being recorded. Now we must also note that, all right, Data are highly essential to research work. Now, let's take note of this, please. According to Suyumbo and Oyefara in 2007, Suyumbo and Oyefara are of the opinion that social research, all right, social research have two main types of data, according to Suyumbo. That is Suyumbo and Oyefara. Data of two types, which are quantitative and qualitative. We talked about this earlier before now. Remember quite all right what I said. When we talk about quantitative and we talk about qualitative, quantitative here is measurable. It has to do with figures, numbers. But qualitative here has nothing to do with figures or numbers. It is more of a realistic, all right, and holistic kind of measurement. When we talk about, all right, colors, colors can't be measured. You can only say, okay, about color, you can say, okay, things that are not being measurable under quantitative is being placed under qualitative. Now, we're going to find out more about this. Now, for quantitative, we are relating to figures, numerical, mathematical, and statistical proceedings. All right. While for qualitative, okay, it entails the use of direct interaction, summaries, records, reviews, and so on and so forth. Okay. Now let's move straight to experimentation. Experimentation. Speaking of which, experimentation is referred to as a rigorous, okay, a rigorous research design. This design is expected to attempt the gathering or generating data in order to what? Explain the cause of social phenomena in the real world. All right? You experiment to make certain findings. You experiment to give certain explanation to certain questions and problems. So it's highly essential as we have it explained here. It's a rigorous, it's a process that requires calm, intense, all right, precept upon precept research design, which is intentional about the gathering and generation of data. This data will be used to explain why certain social phenomena in the real world are what they are. Are we together? So we have that as that. Now let's take a step forward. Just a moment. Now, it says here, population and sample. Population when we talk about population, okay, there's no way you want to carry out a research without population. It's not possible. Okay, there is no way to design a research without defining its population and sample. Population is the total number of the subjects. Okay, the total number of the subjects, while sample is drawn from the population. All right, sample, all right, drawn from the population. Okay, like I said earlier, it's not going to be a long class and our time is fast spent. All right, we need to cover up and try as much as we can to meet up with other classes today. So we're going to call you up here for today, and by the time we're coming back to this, we'll be taking it up in detail. All right, we're talking more sampling. All right, talking more sampling. So let's highlight this. Thank you very much, everyone. We apologize, it's pretty short. Promise by next week, I'm going to take upon this class and cover a lot together. Do have a wonderful evening and bye for now.